morning, students. Today we are going to learn the two important topics from our poem Indian Weavers. The first one is figures of speech, and the second topic is poetic appreciation. नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आज आपण आपल्या कवितेतील अगदी महत्त्वाचे दोन टॉपिक्स शिकणार आहोत. पहिला आहे फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीच आणि दुसरा टॉपिक आहे पोएटिक ॲप्रिसिएशन. डिअर स्टुडंट्स, इन द फर्स्ट पोएम सॉन्ग ऑफ द ओपन रोड ऑल्सो वी लर्नड सम ऑफ द फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीच. In this present poem also, the poetess has used some figures of speech like metaphor, simile, inversion, alliteration, paradox, tautology, interrogation, repetition, etc. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, सॉन्ग ऑफ द ओपन रोड ह्या आपल्या पहिल्या कवितेमध्ये देखील आपण काही फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीच शिकलोत. या प्रस्तुत कवितेत देखील कवयित्रीने वेगवेगळ्या फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीचचा वापर केलेला आहे, जसे की मेटॅफर, सिमिली, इन्व्हर्जन, ॲलिटरेशन, पॅराडॉक्स, टॉटॉलॉजी, इंटरोगेशन, रिपिटिशन, एक्सेट्रा. डिअर स्टुडंट्स, here I want to make one point clear to you that there can be more than one figure of speech in the same line or in the same sentence. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, या ठिकाणी एक गोष्ट लक्षात घ्या. एकापेक्षा जास्त फिगर ऑफ स्पीचचा वापरसुद्धा त्याच ओळीत किंवा त्याच वाक्यात आपल्याला झालेला पाहायला मिळेल. So dear students, in this present poem we are going to learn such lines in which there are more than one figures of speech. We can write the different answers for the same line. For example, if one line is given from the poem consisting of two figures of speech, you can write any answer from those two figures of speech. But in such condition, you will have to explain according to that figure of speech. If there is simile and alliteration in the same line, you can write simile as your answer, or you can write alliteration as your answer. But when you will write simile, then you will have to explain why simile is used. And if you will write alliteration, then you will have to explain why alliteration is used. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, अगोदर सांगितल्याप्रमाणे एकाच ओळीत जर दोन फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीचचा वापर झालेला असेल तर तुम्ही दोघांपैकी कोणताही एक फिगर ऑफ स्पीच उत्तर म्हणून लिहू शकतात. उदाहरणार्थ, एकाच ओळीत जर सिमिली आणि ॲलिटरेशनचा वापर झालेला असेल तर तुम्ही उत्तरात सिमिली लिहू शकतात किंवा ॲलिटरेशन देखील लिहू शकतात. फक्त एकच लक्षात घ्या की तुम्ही जर उत्तर सिमिली लिहित असाल तर सिमिलीचा वापर कसा झालेला आहे त्यानुसार तुमचं स्पष्टीकरण तुम्ही लिहायला पाहिजे. आणि जर तुम्ही उत्तर ॲलिटरेशन लिहित असाल तर ॲलिटरेशनचा वापर कसा झालेला आहे त्याचे स्पष्टीकरण तुम्ही करायला पाहिजे. लेट अस लर्न the figures of speech from our poem. Now let us see the first example, the first line of our poem. Weavers weaving at the break of day. Here in this line we can say that there is the figure of speech alliteration because the letter W is repeated. In the same line, the second figure of speech is also used, and that is metaphor. Why metaphor? Because the birth or childhood is implicitly compared with a break of day. So in this way, in this single line, we can write the answer alliteration, or we can also write the answer metaphor. But when you will write the answer, you will have to give the reason because the letter W is repeated And if you are writing the answer metaphor, then you will have to give the reason. Why metaphor? Because the birth or childhood is compared or implicitly compared with a break of day. Next line from our poem. Why do you view a garment so gay? So in this line, there are two figures of speech used. The first one is alliteration. Why alliteration? Because the letter W is repeated here. And the second figure of speech used is interrogation. And why your answer is interrogation? Because here a question is asked. Now the next line. Blue as the wing of the Halcyon wild. Here in this line also, the two figures of speech are used. The first one is simile. And why simile? Because the color of garment is directly compared with the wing of wild Halcyon, and the word as is used for comparison. So we can say that here simile figure of speech is used. In the same line, we can also write the figure of speech inversion, because the words are not in proper order. The proper order should be like the wing of Halcyon wild is blue. In this line, we can also write the figure of speech alliteration, because in this line the letter W is repeated. So the third figure of speech we can write alliteration. Next line. We view the robes of newborn child. In this line, alliteration is used because the letter W is repeated. The next line, weavers weaving at fall of night. Here, the two figures of speech are used. The first one is metaphor and the second one is alliteration. Metaphor, because youth is implicitly compared with the fall of night. And alliteration, because the letter W is repeated. Next line. Why do you view a garment so bright? Here the two figures of speech are used. The first one is interrogation and the second one is alliteration. Why interrogation? Because the question is asked here. And why alliteration? Because the letter W is repeated. Next line. Like the plumes of peacock, purple and green. In this line also, the two figures of speech are used. The first one is simile and the second one is alliteration. Why simile? Because the garment is directly compared with the plumes of a peacock, and the word like is used for comparison. So it is simile. And why alliteration? Because the letter P is repeated. Next line. We view the marriage veils of a queen. Here the figure of speech alliteration is used. Why? Because the letter W is repeated. The next line, weavers weaving solemn and still. Here you can see the three figures of speech are used. The first one is paradox, the second is tautology, and the third one is alliteration. Paradox. Why we can say that paradox is used here? Because the absurd idea is used of weaving and steel. The second, tautology. Why tautology? Because solemn and steel are the different words having same meaning. And the third figure of speech, alliteration. Why alliteration? Because the letter W is repeated. The next line, what do you view in moonlight chill? Here also we can see that three different figures of speech are used. The first is interrogation, second is metaphor, and the third is inversion. We can also write alliteration. Interrogation. Why interrogation? Because a question is asked. Metaphor. Why metaphor? Because death or old age is implicitly compared to chill moonlight. And the third, inversion. Why inversion? Because the word order is not proper. It should be like, what do you view in the chill moonlight? Next line, white as a feather and white as a cloud. In this line also, two figures of speech are used. The first is simile and the second is repetition. Why simile? Because the garment is directly compared with a feather as well as with a cloud, and the words as are also used. The second figure of speech, repetition. Why repetition? Because the words white and as are repeated. Now the last example, we view a dead man's funeral shroud. In this line, the figure of speech alliteration is used because the letter W is repeated. Now, dear students, we are going to learn the second topic, poetic appreciation of this present poem. In this topic, we have to include all these points while writing our answer. We have to write about the poem, about the poet, and about the title. Then the second point, theme. We have to write the theme of the poem. Then the third point, poetic style. Then the next point, the language or poetic devices used in the poem. The next point is special features of the poem. And the next point, message or values or morals given in the poem. And the last point is your opinion about the poem. So, while writing poetic appreciation, you will have to include all these points. Now, let us learn about each point. About the poem, poet, and the title. This poem is in the form of dialogue or conversation. The poetess is asking questions to the viewers and the viewers answering those questions. This poem is written by the well-known poetess of India, Sarojini Naidu. For her literary work, she is given the title Nightingale of India. She was the great freedom fighter too. The title Indian Weavers suggests that the weavers of India are good craftsmen or artisans who weave different types of garments. The title also suggests the Indian background of the poem, theme of the poem. Indian weavers weave the different types of garments. They weave the garments at different times of a day. They weave at the sunrise, at the evening, and at night, which suggests the three stages in the life of human beings. They are childhood, youth, and old age. Poetic style, language, and poetic devices. Language is quite simple and there is a particular rhythm in the poem. Rhyming words are used to create musical background. The most important figure of speech used in this poem is metaphor. Other figures of speech are also used like simile, interrogation, alliteration, inversion, repetition, paradox, etc. Special features. The poem is in the dialogue form. Metaphor and simile are the main figures of speech used in the poem. The three stages of life are implicitly compared with the three different times of a day. Here, in this poem, the poetess has given a message that a human life has three stages, just like the three different times of a day. In each stage of life, we are having different emotions. And the last point, your opinion about the poem. I liked the poem very much because of its dialogue form. It is also a very rhythmic poem.